Perfect.
Yay! That's so funny. This is such a fun podcast.
Hi, this is Once to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and today I'm joined by Dasha.
Hey, how you doing, Abby?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you? Yeah. What?
and
Hi, good morning, and we're here.
You've been running around like crazy. Your brain must
a little
be
bit
in so many
Brain
places.
is a little mush, but like we're vibing.
Yeah.
We're having a great time.
That's okay. I was going to ask, I saw that you grew up in California.
Yeah.
I am so bad with California geography. How
I got
close
you.
were you to LA?
LA, okay, so I was born in San Luis Obispo, California, so
Okay.
it's like 3.5 hours north and 3.5 hours south of San Francisco.
Ooh.
Without traffic. With traffic, it can get like 4, 5, 6. Not
I
cute.
just try not to think about traffic at all.
Yeah. But it's supposed to take 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably a really beautiful like geography area.
Oh my God.
Like
So
the
it's like,
best of both worlds.
yeah, it's like in between these 7 huge mountains called the Seven Sisters.
Absolutely.
And it's like 10 minutes away from the beach, but a bunch of like wine country. So it's all fields, and it's like Slow is such a hippie town. Like everyone rides their bike around and like has a garden, and everybody knows each other. It's like this perfect little bubble of happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds beautiful.
I
Do you
love my
get to
hometown.
go up?
I haven't been home in a second since everything happened, but I'm going home on Friday. I'm so excited.
Since everything happened, since the accident.
Since the accident.
Wow.
No, yeah.
Going up on Friday, that sounds nice. You'll get to like chill with family.
See my mom and dad.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
where are
been
you
good.
based right now?
I'm based in Nashville right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been cool. I honestly really like living in Nashville. I lived in LA for the past like 2.5 years, and then I moved back in September because I went to Belmont in Nashville.
Right.
And it's honestly been really nice being back in Nashville because there's just so many different things you can do, and it's like just the lifestyle's different. Like out there, I can text Brandy and be like, "Yo, let's go riding," and we'll go ride horses.
Oh,
Or like,
stop it.
yeah, and like there's like Honky Tonk Tuesday, which I love going to, which is like two-stepping and swing dancing, which I love. And so it's just different. I don't know.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Like real community.
It is, yeah.
Not to knock LA. Like we love LA for what it is, but
There's
I
great
feel
community here. It's just different.
It's very
Yeah.
hard to like break your way into it.
Yeah.
I feel that just sounds like so embracing and welcoming.
It is pretty embracing. It's cool. It's also, I will say though, it is hard to find friends in Nashville.
Really?
I don't know what it is,
Okay.
but I have literally 4 friends, and I'm like, what the heck is going on?
4 close friends is really all you need.
But it's like
That's
not like a
solid.
group. It's like 4.
Right. You've got to get them together for a dinner and have like the weirdest night ever.
Yeah.
And then
it'll
break
it'll
the ice.
happen.
Yeah,
I should do
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, how did you like Belmont? I'm curious about that.
I loved Belmont, honestly.
Yeah.
It was go Bruins from here to anywhere. Go Bruins. It was cool because the songwriting program was so like technical, and it's
Okay.
like 11% acceptance in the songwriting program. It's
Yeah.
like because everybody's trying to get into it. You know, it's
Of
the heart of
course.
songwriting, and the professors were like Grammy Award-winning songwriters and people who actually write with like the biggest country stars and like
How awesome.
pop stars and stuff. And so it was so cool as like an 18-year-old who didn't have really any real world experience to get to hear stories from a professor who like was just trying to make our careers bloom. And we did like peer reviews of our songs. So we'd like have a
cool.
prompt, write a song, bring one in, and then our songs would just get ripped apart by our peers. And it was the coolest thing ever.
And do you have like the thickest of skin now?
Kinda, yeah.
That's
Because like
awesome.
I'm like, I don't care about your opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
who the
no,
fuck
I
are
know
you?
exactly what you mean. I went to school for songwriting as well.
No way, really?
Yeah,
At Berkeley?
I went to Berkeley, but it was like I had
Classic.
Belmont and Berkeley in front of me.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Just Berkeley slightly edged
Why'd you
out.
choose Berkeley over Belmont?
Honestly, the scholarship that they gave me because music school is hard.
Yeah.
But also I lean more into like alternative than
Yeah.
the country. And I was always curious, like if I went to Belmont, if I would have found my like Taylor Swift roots. I grew up
maybe.
on Fearless.
But
so
me too.
you know.
But it's funny because like when I was at Belmont, I was doing full pop music.
That is funny actually.
So I like moved to Nashville and I was like, no, I need to do pop now. And went into like 2.5 years of like full pop girly, and it was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so necessary for like my artistic development to do that. But then we circled right around and go, no, we're going back to country. It's where my heart is.
Is that like where your roots in music come from? Is country music?
Definitely.
Love.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been about songwriting for me and storytelling. And
Yeah, but
like,
that is like what country music
exactly
is.
3 chords and the truth.
Oh
That's all
my
it is.
God, I've never heard that.
That's what
but
Nashville says.
Great.
Yeah, 3 chords and the truth.
Damn, I've never been to Nashville.
Gotta go. You gotta go, girl. Gotta go.
Shit. Well, if listeners had never heard your music before, I want to know what the first song of yours is that you'd serve up to them.
Okay, so this is my entree, right?
This is your appetizer.
This is my appetizer.
The first bite of you.
The first bite would probably be Austin because of, you know, what it's doing right now.
Everything.
Charting on Billboard, if I do say so myself.
And you should.
Empty cans and I'll be damned, your shit was never packed. Did your boots stop working? Did your truck break down? Did you burn through money? Did your ex find out? Where there's a will and there's a way, and I'm damn sure you lost it. Didn't even say goodbye, just wish I knew what cost it was.
You know, it just sets the picture of like, hey, this is the vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe setter. Yeah.
Well, describe the vibe for me. It's like pop meets country, but I know there's more stirring beneath.
Yeah, it's cool because it really rides the line between pop and country.
Yeah.
It's country because of the instrumentation and the feeling and the boot clappiness and the subject, but I think it's pop because of the hook. You know, it's an earworm. You can sing it right back the second you hear it, which is the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Like after I wrote that song, I was like, this is the catchy song I've ever written. I don't think I'm ever going to beat the catchiness of this song. Like, oh my God. But I don't know. It was like, I've never written a song like Austin either, but we wrote it in like an hour. It was like a very quick write, and and I freestyled the first line of it. So it was like fully a me idea and song, which is the cool part about it. And I was just really mad. I was just really going through it. This awful breakup, and I was just so pissed. And I was like, I am so sad and so upset that like I can't write another like emotional song. I mean, Austin's very emotional, but it's in a way of like, I don't give a fuck right now. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can curse on here.
You
but
can 100%
here we are.
curse on
Fuck.
here. That's funny that you say that, because I feel like country music has the best like fuck you songs. Like Before He Cheats, Carrie Underwood.
Mama's Broken Heart.
Absolutely. Picture to Burn,
Picture
Taylor
to Burn.
Swift.
Oh!
One of the best. Also, like That's the Way I Loved You. Not super like
So
fuck
good.
you, but
like that
emotional.
one hurts a little bit. I mean, a lot of it. Yeah. And then it's curious though, because all the deep songs in country mostly come from women.
That's true.
I mean, there are songs from guys, but
yeah. I mean, Keith Urban, he gets a little.
oh, Keith Urban gets down. Blue Ain't Your Color.
I actually don't know. Wait,
Blue ain't your color.
I don't think I know it.
It's such a good song.
Wow,
It's so good.
I'm excited. This is me
Car?
getting right back into country music. So.
Dude, have you heard Cop Car?
No, I don't think so.
So originally Sam Hunt wrote it, and then
Okay.
Keith Urban cut it, and that's what got big.
Wow,
Dude, the hook is like, I fell in love in the back of the cop car.
Yeah.
You have to go listen to that song.
I will.
Oh, I
have
love
homework.
that song. You have homework.
I do. Very cool that you like freestyled that. It was like truly just an outpouring of emotions. So something I've been wondering as I've been listening to the song is, did you write the track first and then like sing over it, or was it like all at once, or did the song come first?
No, the song came first. Okay. I never have the track first. It's just, it's always the songwriting first.
Some people can do that, and I don't get it. But
yeah, no, I get why. I think those type of songs work when it's in a certain, like pitch tracks work like that a lot, you know, or like, oh, I want this vibe. I don't really care what it's about. Just write me a song. Yeah. But Austin was not that. It was like, I'm so pissed off right now. I need to write a song.
Totally.
But it started with the guitar. So it was just like the acoustic guitar you hear. Yeah. And I freestyled, did your boots stop working? Did your track break down? Yeah. And everyone's like, what? And I was like, did your boots stop working? And they're like, yeah, that's cool.
It really is such an iconic line. Like, as I've been telling people that we're going to do this interview, I sing that one line. They're like, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Dude, but it's funny, though, because people on the internet are so beat up about that line.
How so?
They're like, what does it mean? How do boots stop working? Like, it makes no sense. You're a bad songwriter.
But
I'm like, shut the fuck up. Go to third grade. It's a metaphor. Like, it's not that deep.
Yes, which is good songwriting.
Yeah. It's fine. People just want to hate, and it's...
I was
driving my
ask,
algorithm up. So.
I'm sure you have been talking about this so much, but like, how is this like overnight skyrocketing treating you? Are you surviving? Are you okay?
We're surviving. We're thriving. It's been a different mental journey than I was expecting.
Totally.
For everything, all these big, you know, landmark moments to be happening so quick one after another has been like something I didn't expect, but it's been like the most amazing. I'm like so fucking grateful. I'm so happy to be here. But on the other end of that is like, when you blow up this fast and your song gets this big so fast, people have a lot of, you know, resistance to that sometimes.
Totally.
Either people are like so in on it or so not in on it. But honestly, that's kind of what you want. You want the polarity of it because that's what drives a career even further. And like the hate just helps.
They're going to fight in your comments and drive your video
and then
up.
they'll fight back. There's like long chains of like 100 comments back and forth of just two people bullying each other in the comments. And I'm like, period.
I mean,
bring it on.
You made them feel something.
Exactly. It's cool. Like my fans who are like fighting for me, I think it brings closer the community because they realize that like it humanizes me in a really cool way because I also will respond to haters and I will like,
good for you.
I'll comment back. Like, you're just being stupid.
Yeah.
You know, because I also, thank God I've learned to have thick enough skin where anyone in my position would be getting hate.
Right.
And so it's really not personal. It's just like they're mad.
Yeah. And I mean, like
whatever.
Going full circle back to like the peer review songwriting stuff, I feel like, yes, like some of the criticisms, maybe you can be like, okay, yeah, I see that. But at the end of the day, you felt good about those songs and that's always what matters.
Yeah.
And clearly like people are latching on to that like pride and confidence that you're having.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see.
Good. And I'm trying to like model like for my fans with everything I'm going through. Like I really want to inspire them to be the most unapologetic, badass version of themselves. And like
100%.
genuinely does not matter what other people think about you as long as you love yourself and like you love what you're doing, you're proud of yourself.
Yeah.
And so it's harder said than done sometimes. And I do get caught in comment holes and I'm like, why am I here right now? Why do I want to die? But we're going to keep going.
You will keep going. And it's like people on the internet can find anything.
Yeah.
To criticize anything.
Yeah.
They'll tell you that you didn't work to get somewhere that you literally went to college for. Like it's they don't mean anything at the end of the day, but it's really great that you have that fan base too. It's exciting.
Dashers go hard.
Dashers.
The Dashers, they go hard.
Wow.
I love them.
You were born for that fan name.
My Dashers, they're so cute. They started calling themselves the Dashinators. And I was like, you guys
Sure.
are adorable. Sure, I'll catch on.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Well, you made your TV debut recently.
I did.
How was that?
It was really wild.
Yeah.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Any of them, dude.
Like, wait, which time?
No, okay,
The
casual
Siemens. As you're saying that, I was like racking my brain. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I've seen a decent amount of videos at this point.
It's been a little busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did the CMT Awards. That was, I think, the TV. No, Kimmel was before that. Kimmel was the TV debut.
That was like your first ever.
Yeah.
As Dasha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was sick.
Wow.
It was
that
so
like
cool.
out of body? How did it feel?
It was just weird because it was so fast after. It was like the first kind of big thing to happen after Austin blew up.
That's a big
And so
thing.
to like go into that studio and like be expected to go, okay, so go sing it live. And like, it's just kind of intense and it's a lot of pressure. And for someone, I mean, as an artist, you build up after years of doing this stuff and always having to be on and always on camera and always getting photographed. Like you just kind of learn how to exist in it and like be comfortable in it.
Yeah.
But that was like a few weeks in and I was like, oh my God, like this is a lot. But also I felt ready for it at the same time. But it was just early on. It was scary.
Yeah, usually you have like one single that breaks out and then a couple more.
And then slowly it builds up. And then after a couple years, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But this is like, oh, a month in? Let's put you on TV, girl.
Why not though?
Why? No, exactly. Why not?
The people want to see it.
I was the one that was like, yes, I'm so ready. Let's do it.
Did you grow up performing live a lot?
Yeah, a lot.
When did the the silence?
You go.
When did you start playing music?
Well, okay, it started with musical theater first when I was like 5.
Love.
And I was like, that was like when I got addicted to being on stage because of like the production and backstage and the lights. And I was like, oh, I'm meant to be here.
Are you a Leo?
No, I'm a Pisces. Funny enough, right?
Okay, yeah.
But I'm a Sag moon.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's where the fun of me comes in because I'm the
It's
double
bold.
Pisces otherwise.
Oh.
Which is sad party.
Yeah, but you have the emotional part of you and then it like comes out striking.
And then it comes out striking. Yeah,
it's
thank you.
beautiful.
But growing up, my parents were kind of like my first managers. And so they would book me shows. And that's when I started performing when I was like 10 at like coffee shops and wineries.
Cute.
And so yeah, literally my whole life, I've just loved performing and entertaining. And I like singing my songs. It makes me so happy seeing other people happy or like when people relate to the lyrics or whatever it is. Like that's That's why I do this shit. It's so cool.
Yeah. When did you like start writing your own music? Like
I was 8.
Oh my God, that's so young. Dude.
It's the only thing I've ever wanted to do with my life. I got kind of lucky in that way. I was just like, no, I'm not going to do anything else. Like literally.
Sweet.
No plan B.
No plan B. But that's why you're going all in.
Yeah.
That's great.
Also all.
Yeah.
You got to do it. Got to do it for the Dashers, man.
for the Dashinators. Well, we've been to our appetizer, but I would love to know what song you feel like represents you. What is like the meat of who you are in this era of your life?
I think it's a song called King of California, which is on my album.
Been born in the orange with the king of California, but no, not even the sun compares to you. I've been drowned in the sound of the Carolina mountains, but no, not even the rain, it's like you do.
So Austin, obviously I leave him in the bar and I'm like, fuck you, bye, I'm moving to California. King of California, after I wrote Austin, I was like, that song has so much depth to it. Like, that story can't be over. Like, what happens? She moved to LA, like, the book's still open.
Yeah.
And so King of California is the part 2 to that song, where it's like, well, I've been here, I'm living my life. I've been born in the orange, the King of California, but not even the sun compares to you. It's like, fuck, after all these years, I'm still thinking about you. Like, why have I never met anyone that compares to you? And so the last verse of King California, I go back and find him in that bar.
Right.
Yeah. And when I wrote King California, that song just like, it was like the epitome of like the sonic sound I was trying to reach for so long.
Okay.
And I remember walking out of that session just like, I think I was crying tears of happiness in the car on the way home. So I was like, oh my God, I fucking did it. Like I found the sound I wanted to find.
Yep.
And it just takes a second to get there.
People don't realize how many like demos you have trying to achieve a sound.
You have no idea how many songs will never see the day of light. That I have so many.
Yeah.
So many.
And you can be proud of those, but they just, once the one clicks, it's like nothing compares.
Exactly.
That's so awesome.
So King California was that for me. And I was so proud of that one. Yeah.
Wow. Did you mean to write this like EP building into the album as like a story through line? Okay.
Very
It didn't
intentional.
just like find you.
No.
Okay.
I mean, kind of in a way, like I had the intention of writing it into like one big story.
Yeah.
But you know, when you go into a session, you're kind of just like, oh, this is a concept. This is kind of what I'm going through.
Right.
And then you'll write a song and be like, oh, this fits in here. So you kind of piece it together, both ends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Brain
you don't
is
have to,
not braining, but I think you get the vision.
Brain is braining. I'm translating brain.
Yeah.
You didn't write it like in order.
No, definitely not.
But as you were feeling certain things, you were like, okay, this is how I'm going to tell this part of the story. And
exactly.
Yeah.
And doing the track list was super fun because, I mean, it just tells one big story. The whole album's about the same person, TBH.
I mean,
you're growing through it.
I can tell, but I kind of liked that.
Me too. It's like an era of my life.
It's an era and I'm nosy.
Yes.
Like if I'm into one song, give me a little
right?
bit
Like
more.
I want to know what happens. Like it's not as simple as one song.
Yeah.
To write Austin about, like, no, there has to be some context.
I know. What did he do?
Yeah, what they do. Like even Cowboys Cry is like literally all about his life and like how shitty it was when he grew up. And Drown Me is probably the most desperate song I've ever written because I'm literally begging him, like, as long as you touch me, you could fucking drown me, but as long as you're like with me.
Right.
You know, and that's genuinely how I felt. That's how I felt when I wrote Austin. I was
100%.
like, how the hell am I ever going to get over you? Like, I'm going to spend my entire life just crying about you because you know?
Yeah.
And now we're chilling and we're so over it. Thank God.
Thank God. And honestly, putting it out is like putting it behind you.
Exactly.
Too,
and so I had to like write that and really get over it because like I was down bad for like over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like on every track of the album, you like touched a stage of like the getting over it process. Because I mean, a real breakup, even if it's just like a friend or family like relationship ending, like you're going to be angry one day and really, really want them back the next. And that felt real to me to experience.
Good. I'm glad you felt the realness in it because I felt it writing it. So
that's good.
Yeah.
And it's funny hearing that you started in musical theater because that is kind of like a musical. Like, you're telling the full story.
My current boyfriend, Arden Jones, he's so great. My current boyfriend, that sounds so fucked up. My boyfriend now, he the other day was like, oh my God, your songs are like, he's like, don't take this the wrong way, but like they're low key like musical theater. And
That's
I was
a compliment.
I know. I was like, no, thank you. Because I like think of things so much on like a drama ass stage, like Broadway as fuck. Like, oh, my music video is the awesome music video. Like, I love going full out for shit.
Totally.
And I was like, okay, period. Like, I did come from musical theater and I'm going to own that.
Yeah. And you're like honoring your childhood self.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Also, Arden is the best.
I love him.
Just
He's
like
so
a lovely
sweet.
individual.
He's great. Has he come on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sweetums.
sweet thing. That's so funny.
Well, for our third song that we're going to talk about today, I would love to know what a like dessert track is. What is maybe one that deserves more attention in your personal opinion?
Okay, in my personal opinion, I would say the song called 42 on the album.
Yes, love it.
It's come many more days. I say 42 till I move back to Nashville. Since you've been counting too. It's strange how in November it'll be a year of missing you.
I wrote this one by myself.
Okay.
And this guy Jack came in and like helped produce it and kind of fix some things up at the end. But
Very cool.
I wrote this one in my mom's living room, and it was 42 days until I was moving to Nashville. And I texted said guy, and I was like, no, he texted me, sorry, and goes, how many days to move to Nashville? Because we were like scheming, you know.
Well, of course.
As one does.
Yeah.
And I literally texted back 42, and I wake up that night with that melody in my head.
Oh.
Da, da, na, na, na.
Yeah.
I say 42. So that song literally just came from, the lyric is, you ask how many more days, I say 42 till I move back to Nashville. Said you've been counting too. That's the lyric. I was like, hello. And I just love that song because it was so, it's not even like a song. It feels like it was just a conversation that I put to melody. Right. It was so real. And it kind of just like a timestamp of what I was going through at that moment. I was like, what's going to happen? I don't know. Who the fuck knows? I ended up meeting Arden like a month later, and then I literally forgot about this guy.
That's so sweet.
I was like, and I didn't see that in my bingo card. Like that came out of nowhere. So I don't know. I really like 42 for like what it was, and it kind of represents like just me and the realness of the whole situation.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful to have those songs that are like so rich in the songwriting technique and like the metaphors, but you're just like existing in those feelings, and 42 is kind of just that.
Yeah, exactly.
A time
exactly.
capsule.
It's like there's no metaphors. It's just like what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Which is also a testament to good songwriting.
Thanks.
That you can just like feel it no matter what.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh
my God.
Beautiful. Well, you have a deluxe album that is approaching. I
do,
know it's
I
like
do.
in the works.
Oh, it's happening.
It's in the works. How are we feeling?
The first single, Didn't I, has come out now since dropping.
It
Yeah.
has.
Didn't I is out, and Didn't I is also kind of like the third part to Austin, King, California, Didn't I?
Waking up half drunk, still tired. Setting everything we said on fire. Didn't I swear you were dead to me? Didn't you scream that I had to leave? Didn't I slam your damn front door saying I ain't never gonna come back no more?
Because it's like the Backsliders anthem.
Ooh.
You know, and then like
We need a
King, California, I am
representation.
backsliding all the way to Austin, Texas. Like what?
That's true. Wow.
Girl. So
Sometimes you just need to like revisit to make sure you made the right decision.
100%. And there's no shame in the game.
There's no shame in the game.
There's no
Even
shame
if
in
it
the
like
game.
restarts the whole process.
But like it's for the plot. It's kind of fun.
That's what I'm always saying.
Me too.
It's for
me
the plot.
too. But we got a music video coming out for Didn't I?
I was
And
just
it's
gonna ask.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. I'm like so proud of it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot to do with like the planning process?
Yeah, totally.
The vision.
It was my idea for the video, and I like pulled a lot of reference from Footloose because I just love that movie. It's a dream of mine to play
Down.
Ariel, and whenever they decide to remake it, like it would just be a dream role. But I just love the world of Footloose, and I want it to be super dance heavy because, you know, swing dancing and two-stepping is like a big part of just my normal life. Like I go all the time in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I think it's sick. So yeah.
Great. Beautiful. There is a great swing dance event that happens in LA a couple times a week.
Which one?
I'll have to remember the name
It's
of
not
it.
Stud Country, is it?
It is so country.
Oh yeah, that's happening tonight.
I'm gay, so I'm like, I'm there.
I was thinking about going tonight or Thursday.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Connor's like, me
You
too. Where the gays at?
Stud country.
Woohoo!
It's actually really scary to go there if you've ever been on Hinge.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, truly.
Wait, I need to go. That's funny.
No, it's great. The plot. It's
The
awesome.
plot is for the plot. Exactly.
Well, I have a couple of closing questions for you. I'm excited to hear your answers.
Okay.
If your music was a candle, what scent would it be?
Oh my God. It would be like that tobacco, bourbon, vanilla.
Yeah.
Like that sexy, what's it, sandalwood? Is that the sexy one?
Sure. Yeah.
Like Santal 33, but more sandalwoody, like a little muskier.
Yeah. I
But
worked at
still
like a
sweet.
sexy little restaurant. We had all Santal 33 candles. So
Those are expensive.
I had to blow them out after 45 minutes.
No way. Just get the scent going and then
Yeah. That's West Hollywood for you.
shit.
What are you going to do?
You do what you can.
Yeah, it's true. My second question is, I would love to know what sound is your favorite sound right now that is not music related.
Sound?
Yeah.
Like
What's your favorite sound?
Like sound?
Sure, like keyboards or rain or
okay.
the sound of your dog on the floor. Walking towards you. It's feet on the floor.
Okay, I love the sound of rain. I'm a big rain girl.
Yeah.
But maybe the sound of horse hooves
Yeah.
on the pavement while it rains.
Wow. When did you get into riding?
When I was like 6
Baby.
or something. Baby. My cousin Maxence, she is a big horse rider. She like almost went to the Olympics for it.
Wow,
And like got me
okay.
into it. She's a horse trainer still like up in my hometown. So
Sweet.
she's the one that got me into it. I did dressage growing up actually.
I actually don't know what that is.
You actually have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
I was going to pretend like I did, but I'd rather you
It's
tell
like
me.
English style. So like,
Okay.
you know, all English saddle and you're jumping and you're like,
Oh,
it's the
wow.
very proper side of
That's
the horse
intense.
world. Yeah.
Wow.
I only did like the proper stuff for like a year or two, but I like grew up at the barn riding and lessons and just doing all that shit.
You really lived Hannah Montana the movie.
kind of did. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
I'm jealous.
Would recommend.
honestly. I have this like weird dream to horseback ride, but we don't have to talk
Never
about
been?
that. Never.
What?
I grew up in New
Some
Jersey.
people freak out though. Like my videographer was around horses and he was just like literally shrieking. He was just like, I just like can't do it. I'm like, it's all good.
So we can hope for horses in the videos. Okay, Easter egg.
Not this one, but soon for sure.
Sometime soon.
100% there will be a music video with a horse in it. ASAP Rocky.
There's gotta.
I have this vision of me standing on the back of a horse in the pouring rain. I don't know where it fits in, but like that would slay.
I'm a little bit more worried about you like surviving that.
Didn't think about that.
Well, we'll
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
That's true. That's right. My final question for you is: I would love to know who your ones to watch are. Who are you listening to that I should be listening to?
Okay. Who am I listening to? I'm listening to Arden Jones. Okay.
Obviously.
Jules Paymer is one of my best friends.
Yes.
Gay.
Gay. I saw them at the I Can't Queer You event. A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they write a bunch of my songs with me.
That's awesome.
I fucking love them so much. We've known each other since Belmont. So we were like early friends.
Cute.
Okay. Who else am I listening to right now?
Yes.
Lizewo.
Oh, that's
They're
new
sick.
for me.
Yeah. They're this trio. It's like this EDM kind of house music and they're so sick.
Cool.
Beauty School Dropout, my brother's band.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Bardo's my brother.
No way. I
Yeah.
interviewed them at Lollapalooza last year.
Oh my God, yeah. So that's great. They write a bunch of my songs with me as well. I wrote some of their
Cute.
songs. Bardo produces a bunch of my songs. Yeah, they're my ones to watch.
Wow. Oh my God. The lore runs so deep.
The Lord does run deep.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy the rest of your time in
Thanks.
LA. I hope you like get to chill and kind of soak in everything that's been happening when you
Thanks.
go home.
I will do that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best.
I feel it's happened very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really get to see like how much it affects artists, but that Chapel Roan like breaking down on stage the
Yeah.
other week, I think really opened people's eyes.
Yeah.
So, and me too,
I love
honestly.
her so much. She's so
I mean,
iconic.
come on.
She's so sick, dude.
She's everything.
She's everything. Like, she's such an inspiration for me in my artistry just because she's so unapologetically herself. And, like, it makes me want to do, like, even cuntier shit. Like, how do I go even harder?
Yes. Yes.
That bitch came out dressed like the fucking Liberty woman. What's she called? Statue of Liberty. Lady Liberty. You know what I mean.
I was distracted by them doing the hot to go
I
dance behind the camera.
H-O-T-T.
I didn't even have to look.
Yeah,
Jeez,
me too.
I love her. She's the tiniest little woman too.
Is she small?
Chapel. I was at a concert like a year ago, and she was standing next to me. Like, it was shorter than me, and I'm a little girl.
Yeah, you're small. I met her at Hangout, but she was sitting down when I was talking to her. So
yeah, everyone should bow down to her. Good for you.
So it would have been quite the difference.
Yes, it would. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
That was an important sidebar.
That was very important, guys.
Well, everyone, get ready for the deluxe album and
It's coming out.
Stream everything you can.
Yes.
Hey, once again, this is Ones to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and this is Dasha.
Yeah, eat my music, guys. Eat it up.
Eat it
on
up.
a plate.
Stream.
It's delicious.
Cool. Yay! Yay! That's so funny. This is such a fun podcast.